This is the March Madness with the elements. So let's take a quick look at this. Right here, this screen shows you how to actually fill out the brackets. I don't know if you've ever filled out a bracket before or if you've picked like teams to win as it goes through what we call a bracket, which is like a tournament style way to organize teams going up against each other. So instead of teams, we have elements, and the first round here, it says research the data discovery for each element. Now normally, I would ask you guys to Google like an element. So let's take a look at what the bracket actually looks like. So the bracket looks like this. This is the upper left-hand corner of the sheet that you guys should have, the paper form copy of the sheet. And notice that the first two teams, or the first two elements, are hydrogen and promethium. And so hydrogen versus promethium, and it says like whichever one is discovered first is the one that wins. Well, we have information for that. There is something else that's attached to this assignment that shows you. We take a look here, and you can see that, oops, wrong one, there you go, that hydrogen was discovered in 1766 by Cavendish. You don't need to know who, but then we take a look for promethium, and promethium is discovered down here, 1938. So clearly hydrogen is discovered first. So the first thing I do is I write in hydrogen here, like this, and that means promethium lost. And then I go to copper and arsenic. I'm going to show you like copper definitely was discovered first. It's one of those ancient elements that has been known for a long time. Chlorine and radium. Chlorine is discovered first, like this. Aluminum and indium. And against what everybody thinks, indium is actually discovered first. And you can look at the information that's given to you. Now I did that so that you could see, like this is what it looks like when you fill out part of a, obviously a bracket. Now the second round, which is where we are with hydrogen and copper, compare the ionization energies of the elements in each bracket. The element with the higher ionization energy is the winner. Okay, the element with the higher ionization energy. Well, it's between hydrogen and copper. So hydrogen and copper, here's hydrogen at 1312 for the ionization energy. And let's take a look at copper. Copper's all the way down at the bottom here, and ionization energy is right here, which is 745. So clearly hydrogen wins that round again because hydrogen has a higher ionization energy. So hydrogen goes here, like that. And then chlorine and indium, take a look at chlorine. I'm not sure who wins this one because chlorine has 1251 and indium is passed. So I'd have to take a look to see what that is. We're going to say that chlorine wins. I'd have to actually check that, but we're just going to say chlorine wins here like this. There's chlorine, like that. The next instruction for the third round says compare the group's numbers of the elements. The winner is the element with the larger group number using the International IUPAC system, or in other words, groups 1 through 18. So elements further to the right win this round. Elements further to the right in this case would be chlorine, because chlorine is in group 17, right? And hydrogen is in group 1. If you look on a periodic table, you will see that. Here's a periodic table. Over here in group 1 is hydrogen, and over here in group 17 is fluorine. Okay, so this is how you do the March Madness. The last three are let's take a quick look at this. The last three instructions, that's the third round, is the group number. The fourth round is the larger atomic radius, which is also on your table S. I'll show you that quickly. Table S has atomic radius. It's over here on the right-hand side. You would use that information for the fourth round. And then for the semifinals, solve the following riddles. This salt maker is also a rainmaker when its silver salt is scattered into clouds. Once a sedative and a cure for a nervous tension, the ion of this element is now trite and commonplace expression. And then finally, how often is it said that there's no blank in team? Okay, so like you have to solve those riddles, and then you'll figure out who wins. And there is only one answer here in the very end. So good luck. I hope you do well, and you know, kick some butt.